Hi there, this is Art and Such with my Rainbow Loom tutorial for Marty McFly from Back to the Future. For this pattern you're going to need brown bands for the hair and the shoes, skin tone bands for the hands and the face, white bands for the shirt, a dark blue or navy for the arms, and a paler blue for your blue jeans. Orange as well for the vest. You're going to need a rainbow loom or crochet hook, your rainbow loom in the standard offset position with your middle row raised above the side rows, and a C-clip for when we're all done. Before we start on our body, we're going to do our arms. I have one ready here and I'll show you how to make one, after which I'll get you to pause and make your other. Take a single band, skin tone, wrap it 3 or 4 times around your hook. Bring that on top of 2 skin tone bands. Lift them over the end of your hook there. And this will go onto 4 sets of our navy blue. Here's one. Put the end back on your hook. 2. 3 and 4. You're going to need to make a second one of these and just leave it on your hook or put it to the side, either is fine. For our loom configuration, our band setup, we have 2 skin tone bands coming from our first top peg on the center to the second peg on the center. Orange bands, double going, let's continue down the middle first. 4 sets of double white bands down the center. And then we need orange bands, 2 bands coming from the center second peg to the second peg on your side. And the same for the other side, those are our shoulders. And 3 sets of double oranges coming down either side. On the sides, you're going to continue now with 7 sets of double blue bands, and those are going to go all the way up until the second peg from the bottom. We're going to make our shoes, and then we can add some extensions to make the vest lumpier. So for the shoes, we've got brown. We're going to wrap 2 single browns over our hook 2 or 3 times and pull that onto 2 more brown bands. Replace the end on your hook and put that on that second last peg where our blue finished for our blue jeans. For the other foot, same thing. 2 single browns wrapped once, twice. I'm going to do it one more time just because some of my bands are stretched out and they'll look a little too loose otherwise. Bring these on to 2 more brown bands. And close that up. This goes on the other side. We need 2 extensions for the vest. Using your orange bands and your hook, take a single, wrap it twice onto your hook, and bring that onto 3 sets of orange, just as we did the arms. These are double orange. So 2 orange, another 2 orange, and another 2 orange. And this can go from our second peg from the top, where our shoulder starts. We'll put on those loops that we just took off of the loom. You'll reach into this piece and find those 3 caps and stretch those to where the blue starts on your 5th peg from the top. And then this part's a little hard to show, but you'll need to grab a couple of bands off of each of these pieces, preferably from the bottom if you can manage it, but grab a couple of these bands and pull them on so that this is fully attached now. We'll do the other sides. 2 loops, so we have 3 loops showing. One pair of doubles, 2 pair of doubles, and third set. Close it off onto the shoulder peg. Grab those bottom 3 and pull those on to that 5th peg down. Let's bring our hoop section, our little loops here on top. Try and get 2 from each set if you can. We're ready to do some caps, and we'll start with a doubled over single blue, twist it onto itself, and put that from your 6th peg down from the top. This is right under the orange, so your first one with the blue at the bottom. Bring it across, pull it up over the white, and we're going to lift this bottom part over too. We're going to do some white bands for the rest of our caps here. These can be a little bit looser. We're going to go from that bottom orange one, so 5th peg from the top, go across in a triangle, and repeat that for the 2 sets above. Let's add our arms and we can loop up. Your arms go on the shoulder pegs, those again are your 2nd pegs down. Okay, to loop we go under our capping bands, which are our feet in this case. Push back those brown bands, grab the blue, bring them up, and they go to the peg above. And we'll continue up the leg like so. And let's go back and do the other leg before we proceed. Get under your brown cap and loop upwards. I'm going to keep going up the side now. Doesn't really matter which. You could even start in the middle, just as long as you stop before you get to that 2nd peg. Go under your caps, push them back very carefully, and bring up the bottom 2 orange here. Turn your loom to the side if you need, and dig out those bottom 2 orange again from under all those extension pieces. Keep going, next 2 orange. You can see here I only seem to be grabbing one at a time, but you can always go back and dig out the 2nd one as well, and it's okay because it's better for tension too. Last 2, bring those to the center, and we'll come up the other side from where we finished it off. Get under your cap and bring up your blues. Just going to turn this over for a second here. Get underneath and bring up just your oranges. Press back all your other caps when you bring it up, don't forget that. And the last 2 bands are coming back to where they started, which is at that 2nd peg. We can loop right up the center, over the blue, up, stay under those cap bands. And get your neck pieces, pull it all out. Carefully using your hook, you're ready to remove this from your loom. Watch out around the extensions and also at the hips here because those bands are a little bit tighter than the rest. Just want to loosen some of these before I yank it off. Protect my bands, protect this work that we've done so far. Alright, we can start on our face. 2 browns from the top peg on the center to the top peg on the side. And 2 coming down in the opposite direction. 2 brown bands on each of your rows. Skin tone bands going down twice in the center. Once on either side. These are all sets, double sets again. And connect them with 2 sets from your 3rd peg on the side to your 3rd in the center. Same from the other side. Single holding cap from your 3rd peg on the side to your other 3rd peg on the side. And you're going to put your eyes in now, so if you're using beads, which I would recommend if you happen to have them handy, then you can put those on some dental floss and thread them on. If you're using bands, you can take your color bands, wrap it 3 times on your hook, repeat, bring this onto a single skin tone band, place from 2nd peg to 2nd peg. Pretty standard stuff here if you've done a lot of characters. Separate, bring your band up and over. Put your body onto that 4th center peg, and you can pull the rest just to the side. And we're going to loop everything up, bringing the bands back to where they came from. First 2 to the side, next 2 to the other side. Loom up the center. From your left or your right, doesn't matter which you start on. You're going to loop all the way up, staying under your cap bands. Creating those teardrop shapes as you go. Those can meet in on the top center peg when you're done. Just going to grab that band I lost there. Repeat on the other side. Loop up under the eye cap, loop up, and loop back to the center from that top side peg. It's going to be a little thick on that first peg, and we're going to take care of that in just a second. With a brown band, we reach through all of these bands on that top peg, pull it through, create a slip knot, and remove from our loop. The only thing remaining for you to do here is to push your eyes to where you want them, give the arms a little tug, and you can hide this band, this last band in the back with a C-clip. I'll just pull that to the side for now. Weave it in a little if it makes you more comfortable. And there is your Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Thanks for watching.